everybody. I'm trying to fight everybody. No, because I'm on your ass. That's why you gotta fight me. You got to. You box me. You a bitch. You gotta fight me.
The tension between O'Shaquie Foster and Raymond Ford peaked at their final weigh-in. Foster dismissed Ford's entire camp as fake Avengers, and the physical shove that followed made it clear that neither man was interested in a respectful homecoming. The location only heightens that friction. This fight takes place in Houston, Texas, Foster's home turf. For the champion, this brings a heavy expectation to perform in front of a crowd that has followed his journey since his amateur days. The physical prize adds even more weight to the night. The winner walks away with the WBC Super Featherweight Championship, establishing themselves as the person to beat at 130 pounds. Despite the volatile buildup, odds makers aren't picking a side. The betting lines have remained a dead-even 50-50 split, suggesting that on paper, these two are perfectly matched.
I think Raymond Ford pulls it out. He has very exceptional boxing skills. A lot of people are down there, just like Foster does. I think it's a evenly matched fight until it gets to that dog fight. And when it gets to that dog fight, I think Ray's going to pull it out for sure.
But the deciding factor won't be the crowd or the betting lines. This fight will be won or lost by how each man handles an opponent who shares his exact tactical identity. Foster and Ford are mirrors of each other in the ring. They are both pure, outside counterpunchers who prefer to operate from a distance rather than engaging in a brawl. A counterpuncher's success depends on the other man's mistakes. They rely on their opponent to step forward and commit to a shot, creating the openings needed to land their own scoring blows. This creates a standoff. Since neither fighter wants to initiate the attack, the fight hinges on which man breaks first and abandons their defensive posture to move forward. Raymond Ford has a specific set of mechanical advantages in this matchup. He relies on high-speed flurries and precision timing, looking to overwhelm opponents the moment they step into his range. The rule for this fight is simple. Whoever is forced to become the aggressor loses the ability to counterpunch, handing a massive advantage to the man who stays patient. To see who will be forced to lead, we have to look at their physical frames. Foster is a natural 130-pounder, and he carries a 3-inch reach advantage over Ford. By mapping their reach, we can see how Foster's extra length shifts the physical layout of the exchange. It creates a space where Foster can land a punch, while Ford's gloves simply cannot reach the target. This reach advantage forces Ford to abandon his preferred distance. To land anything significant, he has to move through Foster's range, walking directly into the path of potential counters. Foster has proven he can control this kind of geography before. During his win over Ray Vargas, he used consistent lateral movement and a disciplined jab to hit a longer opponent while staying clear of the return fire. Foster's physical size and his discipline at range dictate where the fight happens. Because of those 3 inches, Ford is forced into the uncomfortable role of the aggressor. We have a first-hand account of how these two styles compare. Abraham Nova recently faced both Foster and Ford, making him the primary source for how they actually feel in the ring.
You're caught up in that stage. And O'Shaquie, he has a lot more experience. He's been in this position so many times, rather than Raymond Ford hasn't. So I could see Raymond Ford being desperate and try to come forward and O'Shaquie capitalizing.
Nova's assessment favors the champion. He notes that Foster has more effective footwork and better shot placement, making him a more versatile fighter than Ford. But Nova's most important observation is about Ford's mental state. He believes Ford is fighting on pure emotion and anger, which often leads a fighter to abandon the patience that made them successful. Emotion in the ring leads to mechanical errors. An angry fighter tends to lunge, overextending their punches as they try to force the knockout that their opponent is denying them. If Ford lunges out of frustration, he walks straight into a trap. It gives Foster the exact momentum he needs to land the counterpunches he's been waiting for. Neither fighter has a record of one-punch, lights-out power. This means the fight is likely to go the full 12 rounds, decided by small adjustments made over the course of 36 minutes. The tactical data points toward a methodical performance from Foster, using his reach to pick Ford apart and punish every attempt to close the gap. This suggests the official result will be O'Shaquie Foster winning by a clear unanimous decision. Ford's best chance lies in his youth and his ability to rehydrate more effectively than the older Foster. But extra size in the ring rarely compensates for a gap in technical precision. In a high-stakes championship fight, control over the physical space of the ring will likely prevail over raw emotion. For Foster, defending his belt in Houston is about proving he belongs at the top of the division. He is fighting to show the boxing world that his skill set works against any world-class challenger. If he wins, his next target is clear: a massive matchup against pound-for-pound star Shakur Stevenson. That goal makes this fight personal. Stevenson and Ford are close allies, meaning Foster sees this as a chance to beat Stevenson's camp before he ever steps in the ring with the man himself. But those future plans depend entirely on the reality of May 30th. He cannot afford a single mistake across 12 rounds in his hometown. To reach the top of the sport, O'Shaquie Foster must first ensure his tactical plan is executed with total precision.
You eventually gotta fight. This is to get him thrown out for a fight.